What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. It is Monday, April 22nd, 2024, and we are standing at the Polderbaan, where it is interesting. Still dry. I think if all is well, we should stay dry here, but we do have a shower in the vicinity that I think is going to pass right next to us. Been eyeing out this shower, and I think it is going to stay on the far side of us and slowly move in this direction in front of us. Looking in the other direction, it looks way better. I think we are going to be good here. My weather apps haven't given me any warnings. I've been checking out a few extrapolations of various weather sites, and I think we are going to miss it, which I'm not too unhappy about. You can definitely see it is already raining over there. Still wind from the northeast in general. Only a fraction of what it was yesterday. Polderbaan still in use for departures. Parallel departures were in progress just now. And the first two airplanes of the show and the premiere of today's show goes to Choc-y. We missed it yesterday. Today we're going to start the stream with Choc-y. The DAPRI Embraer 190 Lycifer Chocolaterie Special Livery rental from KLM. Going to Leeds. And E2 behind it going to Porto. Right, so Choc-y is flying as KLM flight 1019 on this leg. Going to Leeds. 16-year-old airplane, first flight January 2008. Let's go. Russell already in the house, and the E2 is pulling up. KLM flight 1571 going to Porto in Portugal, where it probably isn't as showery as it is right here in the Netherlands. Well, it's not very showery, it has to be said. If you look on the weather radar, it's not too bad. It's the PHNXA. This E2 is now 3 years old, first flight January 2021. And a very good morning to everybody who has joined already. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Good morning to Halil, to Marian, to Jackie, to Marja, Nijmeegse Nieuwsnet, Damien, Gressislav Gaming, Nagases, Ronald, Mr. Master. Good morning to you all. Who else is in the chat? Mrs. Professor. Martin, Melis, Plane Spotter Joshi, good morning to you all. Sid NS, good morning. Justin, good morning. Remco, Peter, goedemorgen mannen. Petra, goedemorgen. Leen, goedemorgen kerel. Martin, Zivi, Caroline. Thomas, goedemorgen. Colin Mac, good morning my friend. Morgan Veldi, schön, dass du auch wieder mal dabei bist. Herzlich willkommen. Reticent Guy, good morning. Hey there Mark, good morning. South Commando, good morning. Right, let's quickly turn back. EasyJet on the way. On its way to Liverpool. KLM flight 1151, going to Trondheim, Embraer 190, 8 years old, first flight November 2015. Where was I? Scooter, guten Morgen. Chaz, good morning. Mario, guten Morgen. Mohammed, good morning. Tuning in all the way from Johannesburg. Question mark, good morning. Mr. Ross in BC, good morning. Goedemorgen. Gidi, hello. Kelly Cruz, good morning. Paul from Leiden, goedemorgen. Or Noordwijk. Patrick, goedemorgen. Evelyn, good morning. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations on turning 17, Evelyn. A year older, a year wiser, hopefully. Maurice, goedemorgen. Ange learns to draw, good morning. Ding dong, good morning Michael from Newcastle. Who else is in the chat? Am I caught up? I think I am. Bookie Meow. Bookie Meow. Nice name. Good morning. Goedemorgen. Right. That shower. Still close by, but I think still on course to pass us by, but not over us. Departures still in progress from 2 runways. Runway center. Now getting a bit more action. And this is a KLM 737-700 outbound to Zurich. KLM flight 1919. Going into the darkness. The sun will be obscured by this shower cloud. Much rather look in this direction. Looks much more cheerful. There you go. Let's see. Traffic is coming this way for Polderbaan. Narrow bodies for the time being. Embraer 190 to London City looks to be next. Also in the background, departure from center, going to Trondheim. Embraer 175, KLM flight 1639. Thought I heard something. Where is it? Did I get it? I think. Yeah, there it is. Thought I heard something up above me. Not sure if that was a predator bird. Right, well. Shower in the vicinity, but so too is blue sky. The departure from Center Air France A321? No, that's the A220, I think. Undoubtedly outbound to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Our next airplane is coming this way. It is an Embraer 190 KLM flight 983 going to London City. A good morning to Otto Siam, who is tuning in from hot Thailand. Roadhog, goeiemorgen, goeiemorgen. Rod, good morning. Top of the morning, Senor Rodriguez. SoCal, well represented by Rod and by Evan. And Mrs. Professor too. You're from California too, right? SoCal or Northern California? I think I never asked. Good morning, Blackburst. Good to see you again. Björn or Bjorn. Good morning, goedemorgen. The Embraer 190 is on its way to the runway threshold. Rick says we will see a United 787-10 outbound for Chicago later on this morning. And no, we don't get to see that very often. I think might be a channel premiere. We did see the 767-300 and 400 recently. Also something you don't see every day. I don't recall having seen the 787-10 before from United. Really, our next airplane is approaching. We'll be going to Cork, Shamrock, or Air Lingus flight 841. It's an A320. What's it gonna do? Continue to the threshold. Now, Paul, thank you so much for your continued support and congratulations on 11 months of membership. Time flies, holy cow. Thank you so much for your continued support, mate. I hope you still like it in the lounge. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, if something isn't to your liking, do let me know, see if I can fix it. And thank you so much for your continued support, Paul. Hope you will stick around. And I mean that. If not as a member, then at least as a frequent visitor. Aer Lingus going to Cork, A320, flight 841, 19-year-old airplane, idle, the AEDEL, 19 years old, first flight March 2005. Right, for those of you just joining us, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing along the Polderbaan, once again being used for departures. Parallel departures in progress. Shower in the vicinity. We're right on the edge of it. It's going to pass east of us most likely. I'm looking to the west. This is what it looks like. Much more cheerful. I think we should be good here, but it is in the vicinity. Nice to see, not to be in. Also a very good morning to all others who have joined in the meantime. A greeting from Butorn, located in Thailand. Good morning to you and welcome. Good morning, Adrian. Goedemorgen, Berend. Arnoud, goedemorgen. E2 Embraer. Taking off to Florence, to Italy. And another airplane coming this way is an E2 Embraer as well. Going to Dublin, KLM flight 1137. Sven, goedemorgen. Pan Pan, goedemorgen, good morning. Love Calls, good morning. Ed, EHP, good morning. And Davey, thank you so much for your continued support as well. Davey's celebrating 5 months of membership and he writes, "Morning boy and all, what a great channel AMS is." Well, thank you for your kind words and thank you for your continued support, mate. I hope you still like it. If something isn't to your liking, do let me know. Deslicious, good morning. Long time no see, I think. Daan, goedemorgen. And good morning, Freddy. Gresislav Gaming asks if I play flight simulators. I don't have the time for it, mate. Between work, streaming, the gym and my household, there's hardly any time left for other things to do in my life right now. 1700 E-Jet sticker. On this E2 Embraer going to Dublin. The airplane is a year old, will turn 2 in September this year. Hadi Han, goedemorgen. R.J. Blom, to Popo, fuck. Nice, good morning. World fans, good morning. Fritz, guten Morgen. Hey there Tina, happy Monday. Our next airplane is number 190 going to Aberdeen. More are behind it. 2 more. EasyJet A319 and another KLM Embraer 175. Also a big thank you to Marianne for 4 months of membership. Wat vliegt de tijd en geniet er nog steeds van. Time flies, how time flies, she writes, and still am enjoying it. Thank you for your continued support, Marianne. I'm happy to hear that you still like it in the lounge. And thank you so much for your continued support. Jin Shin, aloha, good morning, mate. Hope all is well. Right, let's see. KLM flight 913 going to Aberdeen, Embraer 190. 12 years old, first flight January 2012. What are the other 2 going to do? The EasyJet is also continuing to the threshold. And that's a turn and burn in progress. Both are continuing to the threshold. No line cutters. Donald and Daisy? Where are they vultures circling me? Anyway. Next up, EasyJet A319. On its way to London Gatwick. "16 years old, this airplane, first flight February 2008. Hey, it is the Rugby special livery from Aer Lingus. Right, KLM flight 1185 going to Christiansand. Also a big thank you to Flores for 6 months of membership, 6 months of pure aviation fun already. Thank you so much for your continued support, mate. Right, looks grim on one side, looks cheerful on the other. We have a shower in our vicinity, but it is going to stay east of us. Unless Rick is going to do a rain dance, but I'm sure he won't. Right, Shamrock outbound to Dublin in the Irish rugby team livery, flight 603. A320, 19 years old. And good morning to Jannes, Choc-y, Mike Wild, Remco, Mathieu. Hey, and the ultimate also here. Morning, Alvin. Skana, you dickhead. I should say good evening. Embraer 175, KLM flight 1243, going to Linköping. 6 years old, first flight January 2018. Thought I could do without gloves, heated gloves, but wind is picking up around that shower, and that's always cooler air than we had before. Right, let's see, we have something in the pipeline. And a 737 in the background taking off. Hey Marius, goedemorgen. Who is tuning in from the TV with his daughter Saya? Sia? Saya? Sia, probably. Goedemorgen allebei. Pan Pan asks a question that is always difficult to answer. Do you have a favorite plane? Well, there's something to like about all airplanes, so it's hard to pick a favorite. I think the 747-400 is an all-time favorite, but there are so many airplanes that I like. There's something to like about almost every airplane. A duo of airplanes is coming this way, and well, let me try that with my left hand then. An EasyJet A320 I think might become a line cutter. 787-9 to Bogota in its wake. What else is underway? Ooh, 787-10 to San Francisco is coming, followed by a 737-800, A330 to Houston, also coming. Now, all the while the shower, although it has come closer, and it's a bit cloudy over here, the rain is still where it's supposed to be, not over us, over here. Don't see any light spots in the distance at the northeastern horizon, so I'm not sure how long before we're going to see the sun again, if we are going to see it again. Fingers crossed. Right, EasyJet is going to go to the threshold, although it did overtake the... Oh no, it didn't overtake it. It was already leading the pack. Now, and also a big thank you to Alvin for celebrating 11 months of membership, nearly a year. Thank you so much for your continued support and everything you've been doing as a moderator ever since you've become one, mate. If something isn't to your liking, do let me know. And thank you so much for your continued support, Alvin. There's a whole bunch of airplanes coming this way. I think that might mean that runway usage has changed in favor of Polderbaan being the only runway for departures, but might speak too soon. This is EasyJet flight 22162 outbound to Manchester. 8-year-old airplane, first flight April 2015, and it's a regular ass A320. And off it goes. And here's our answer. Still parallel departures. Right. KLM flight 745 going to Bogota, 7879 Dreamliner. 6 years old, this Dreamliner, first flight January 2018. A330 also going to the runway threshold. Next up, KLM flight 605 going to San Francisco. Another 787-10 Dreamliner. Now, although it is Evelyn's birthday, Alvin gave me a super chat for some reason. Happy birthday, Evelyn. Hope you are being spoiled. Absolutely. You should have given her a super chat, mate. You're super chatting the wrong person. Well, Evelyn, looks like you'll be getting a $5 from me on behalf of Alvin next time we meet. Alrighty. Next up, KLM flight 1269, 737-800 going to Copenhagen. The PHBCA, 13 years old, first flight November 2010. See that Sarah is also back in the chat. Good morning, Sarah. Hope all is well. Dion is asking, why did you leave so early yesterday? Mate, I've streamed for 4 hours. Wouldn't be saying I quit early. I'm not one of those LAX magical guys that can hold his pee for more than half a day. Don't know how those guys do that, but I sometimes need coffee, food, and a peeing break. Yeah, Rick, 4 hours only. Lousy, eh? And you know how warm it always gets here. Hardly ever any wind. Particularly yesterday was nice, warm. Right, time for another heavy hitter. It's an A330-300 going to Houston. KLM flight 661, PHAKD, 12 years old. Hope you guys are still hearing the departures well. or at least once the airplanes have passed. This unit now is aimed somewhere and over there and over there. So I'm hoping that the sound of the airplanes once they have passed us by is still clearly audible for you guys. EasyJet flight 22514 lined up, ready to go to London Luton. It's an A320, 13 years old, first flight January 2011. Oh, that sounds heavy. Let's have a look. Oh, privilege style, A321. Right, what's the hold up? Not seeing anything in terms of runway inspections being performed. No, nothing. Triple noise. Right, here it goes. I think I wasn't talking about the voiceover mic, I was talking about the ambience. Since the Sennheiser is now no longer mounted on the camera and is no longer moving along with the camera. Air Baltic, flight 858, going to Tallinn, Bombardier C Series 300, A220 as they're called these days. Four-year-old airplane, first flight September 2019. Hey Dion, that's okay mate, no need to apologize. I think I think I was still around 1 o'clock. Well, next time you're in the vicinity, do come step up to me and say hi. You're always welcome to. But you do have to really draw my attention because I am very much focused when I'm streaming. Hey Clemencia, goedemorgen, good morning. KLM in the old standard livery, the previous standard livery, 737-800 going to Manchester, KLM flight 1031. We have a line cutter, and then this is 737. Going to Gothenburg, 737-700. Notice that camera control, telephone control with the heated glove on my right hand is not that great. Very sloppy. Now I've opened up a picture of that airplane that just took off. In the meantime, KLM flight 601 ready to go to LAX 777-300ER, the PHBVK, 10 years old, first flight May 2013. Right, well, departures now only take place from Polderbaan. I can see the airplanes on the glide slope for the central runway. Now, thank you so much for your super chat, Alvin. You really shouldn't have, putting in $2 for the A220. And also, Alan, thank you so much for a gifted membership. See that Lars was the recipient. Don't forget to say thank you, Lars. Welcome to the Sky Lounge. Time for the next airplane to depart. KLM flight 1251. Bird control van instead of pickup truck passing along. The next airplane lined up, Bombardier C Series A220-300 going to Riga, flight 618. Brand new airplane, began flying last October. Another 777 is also coming this way to Lima, 777-300ER. Still looks bluish to the west. A bit more darkish to the east. Although we are definitely going to stay dry, at least we're not going to get wet from the shower over there. Not sure how the rest of the morning is going to progress. Time will tell. Next airplane ready to depart. KLM flight 1293, Embraer 190, going to Billund. It's the Fiji. EZY, PHEZY, 10 years old, first flight October 2013. Now, this is probably not going to be long before it's going to take off. So let's quickly turn back. KLM flight 743 going to Lima, 777-300 ER. 16 years old, first flight March 2008. Also a big thank you to Alvin for another super chat, $2, 2 in 15 minutes. Mate, thank you, but really you shouldn't have. Quit it. A very good morning to everybody who has joined in the meantime. Good morning, Alan. Roy, goedemorgen. Frank, goedemorgen. Muhammad Ali Khan, good morning. And all others who have joined in the meantime. It was sunny before. Now the passage of a shower in the vicinity east of us makes it a bit more dark. Should stay dry here though. Still parallel departures in progress, center runway. Just another departure taken off. I thought everything was going to polar bound only, but I was wrong. Lined up and ready to go is KLM flight 1175, Embraer 175 going to Stavanger. The Vexo, PHEXO, 6 years old, first flight June 2017. I thought you did, Rick. I thought you did. Here I was saying that you wouldn't do that, but knowing you, you sneaky mofo. Well, I hope it's going to rain in your part of the Netherlands and not over here. That would be karma. Alrighty, here it goes. Britty Hopper in the background. Donald has been spotted. I haven't seen Chris and Curtis yet. I did see Gary over here earlier, but no longer do I see him. Next up to Darlington, aka Teesside, Eastern Airways, the Britty Hopper Embraer 170 flying for KLM. "19 years old, this airplane. Its first flight began in January of the year 2005. Which incidentally is also the year I first graduated from my first of 2 studies. Climbing steeply. The other airplane also still visible. Where did I see it? Well, I thought I did. Maybe it went into the cloud. I think over there it's still raining a little bit. Big picture southeast is looking like this. The south now looks like this. You have to really turn to the west, southwest to see bits of blue. I think in the coastal areas it is still reasonably bluish, the sky. Double degree indeed, Alvin. I think I spent 10 years in total in university. BA, going to London City, Embraer 190. BA flight 8496. What time is it? 10:40. I think this is normally the time. 10:40 or is it 11:40? I think well, now I'm confused. I'm always confused about those slot times when they change the runway use. Because there's still obviously parallel departures in progress, and I really thought at some point the center runway would be converted to receive airplanes arriving. Sad to see that not all traffic is coming to this runway still. Our next airplane going to Dublin as well, Ryanair flight 421. Ross says King's Day coming, streaming question mark. That's on a Friday, I believe. Probably will be streaming, weather permitting as always. Right, Ryanair, flight 421, going to Dublin. And I also thought I misread your question yesterday, Ross, about the mic. The mic is only picking up the ambient sound. I do have a separate lavalier mic pinned to my jacket that is providing the feed for the voiceover. So I do have two microphones and the voiceover is caught on a separate mic. And I think your question was that you asked if the blimp also caught my voice, but it doesn't. I have a separate mic attached to my clothing for that. Now, where's the next airplane? We're ready. Where are they? Looking on flight radar, there are no departing airplanes in the immediate vicinity, although it does look like some are coming. Question is, let me just filter on pure outbound traffic so that I don't get clutter of inbound traffic on flight radar. Oh yeah, stuff is on the move. Let's see. Aphrodite, goedemorgen. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Georgios, good morning. Tuning in from Kalamata. Hey, was the 777 to oh wait, there it is. I thought the 777 to Paramaribo just vanished. Didn't know that the Bermuda Triangle was located at Schiphol Airport, but I think that is it. 777-300 which will be coming this way, going to Paramaribo. Hey, 737 from Georgian Airways to Tbilisi, also on the move. Let's see, JetBlue to Boston has been pushed back. A330 to Minneapolis also has been pushed back. Rick says, so Max, huh? At AMS Live. Yeah, what about him? You know I don't follow Formula One. I would consider watching it again if they brought back those V10 engines that revved up to 20k RPM. As long as they don't do that, nah. Right. While we are waiting, let's do a refresh of the weather. Still wind from the north-northeast and 11 knots. It says light showers and rain, yeah, in the vicinity, not currently, luckily, over us. Few clouds at 2,500 feet, few clouds at 3,700 feet, 10 plus kilometers of visibility, no ceiling, relatively high pressure, runway use. Let's see, yeah, still the same. We're now standing over here at the beginning in line with the taxi road between the main platform area and Polderbaan. That hasn't changed. Let me paste that new METAR into the ticker at least for you guys. For those of you who don't know how to read them, let me also take you through it. Right, got it updated and moving in the ticker right now. So the METAR of EHAM, that is Schiphol Airport, AMS being the other international abbreviation for this airport. The report is from the 22nd, 8:25 Zulu time, that is 10:25 Central European time, which is visible in the bottom left corner of your screen. The wind, 11 knots from 030 degrees, and the wind direction is variable between 350 degrees and 060 degrees. 10 plus kilometers of visibility, minor showers and rain, few clouds at 2,500 feet, few clouds at 3,700 feet, cumulus clouds. 6 degrees Celsius is the current air temperature, 1 degree is the dew point, and 1,026 hectopascals is the air pressure at the moment. No significant changes expected. But I do think that that is a landing airplane on center that you're seeing now. So I think we might have to update the ticker with respect to runway use. That's a good thing. That airplane that you saw just now means that center is going to be used for arrivals, and the runway we are standing next to is the only runway being used for departures. We will have to wait a few more moments, but that means that all outbound traffic will be coming to this runway. Sarah asks, when you first started to stream, did the airport officials try to find out who you were in Boston? They are so strict, you need a permit at the airport. Well, the thing is, Sarah, I'm not standing on airport terrain, I'm standing on public terrain, so no need to be checked by security or anything. This is publicly accessible where I'm standing, and all the locations where I'm streaming from are, so there's no need to be checked out. Now, if I wanted to be on the other side of this little water, things would be different. Then you would be airside, but this is still, is it called landside? Where mere mortals are allowed to walk their dogs, as a lady was doing earlier in the morning. This is basically everything on the left side of the fence is public domain. People over there as well. The cycling path, this is also in the background behind those people. Further up ahead is where I would normally stand, also was yesterday. And this is the parking lot of the official Spottersplatz of Polderwaan, looked at from the south. Rick's favorite corner of the parking place, the parking lot. And here is proof of center now being used for arrivals. EasyJet Neo, I think it is. Yeah, Rick, I thought you liked Dixies. Country and Western, Dixie. I thought that was your kind of thing. You're not telling me I was mistaken? Also, a big thank you to Hamed, who just gifted a membership. I see that Damien was the recipient. Don't forget to say thank you, Damien. But you already did, I see it. Welcome to the Aurora Skylines, Damien. And thank you so much, Hamed, for making Damien our latest AMS Live member. Well, patience is a virtue, but our patience is going to be rewarded. This is the 777-300 to Paramaribo. And if you look on Flight Radar, there are now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also seeing that the heavies are preparing to come this way. The heavies outbound to the Americas, westbound, which would have taken off from this runway either way. Construction people passing by, Heijmans and Area 55, whatever that may be. Another arrival on center. What is that? Well, hard to see. 777 is moving to the runway threshold, not unexpectedly. Georgian Airways 737, which will be going to Tbilisi, is coming also. Can we see the hunting for airplane tails? No, I think if I recall correctly, the threshold was around this height, this location, but then just straight east. Trying to see if I can pick up the tail of the 777 to Johannesburg that is now turning around the threshold. No, it should be there somewhere, but let's focus on the 777 to Paramaribo first. Up and away. Right, our next airplane has arrived. Going to Tbilisi, Georgian Airways 737-700. Will it take off in front of us or will it go to the threshold? The answer is the latter. Now, is there anybody in the chat who speaks Georgian and can tell us what is on the side of the airplane? I'm assuming something like Georgian Airways, but is it? Interesting alphabet. Not Cyrillic. There's also a 3. Fourth character from the right looks like a 3. Ready. Ready to go. Georgian Airways flight 9652 to Tbilisi, 14 years old, first flight November 2009. Now, I spy with my little eye bits of openings in the sky. Still looking to the northwest and to the west respectively, more blue. I'm also seeing some lighter skies over here for the first time, and also the sun is somewhere over there. I think it's going to get a bit lighter pretty soon. Embraer 190 outbound to Edinburgh, up first, KLM flight 925. Good morning, Fitz, and Gidi, and Per, and Ricardo. And Evelyn says, I tried to Google Translate and got all random results. Maybe that's their thing, putting random things on their liveries. That would be a nice joke. Oh, nobody's going to notice it. Nobody will be able to read it. Haha. Jokes on them. KLM 777-200 to Johannesburg, flight 591, the PHBQD. 20 years old, first flight December 2003. Birth control van in the background behind it. Ah, Daisy has also arrived. Alrighty, Star Alliance livery, Swiss. A320 going to Zurich, flight 725. Rather old airplane, 27. First flight March 1997. See, Mrs. Professor has to sign off. Thank you for joining, Mrs. Professor. Hope to see you on the next one, and hope that your cat is going to let you sleep. That would be nice of it. Our next airplane has a white nose. SAS flight 822 to Oslo, A320neo. 1-year-old airplane, first flight August 2022. Leave it to H1 to photobomb the departure. You made that typo on purpose, Rick. Reindeer with AI. You just wanted to rain. So obvious. Right, don't know what the holdup is. Bird controller, as you guys could see just now, not on the runway. More traffic is coming. It's only going to get more busy. Right, finally. Let's have a quick look at the pipeline. Triple Airbus A330, 320 or 19 or 21, another 330. KLM flight 569 to Kilimanjaro. Triple 7-200 ER, 20 years old, first flight March 2004. Right, SAS A329 to Copenhagen, flight 552. 4 years old, first flight July 2019. Hey, Brody, also back in the chat. Good to see you, man. EasyJet, the line cutter. A319 going to London Luton, flight 22518, 13 years old, first flight February 2011. Right, double Delta A330. Delta Airlines Flight 161 to Minneapolis up first. It's pulling up already. Going to Portland, Oregon, Delta Airlines Flight 179. The first 330 was 16 years old, this one is 17 years old. First flight of this airplane was in January 2007. off to Jerry's hometown of Portland, Oregon. See a little bit of blue over there, so it is opening up ever so slightly. I think we might even start getting a bit more light over here pretty soon. Flyby, near flyby of one of the ducks. Watch out, there's a tower. Don't crash into it. Living life on the edge of the tower. This is KLM flight 1753. We'll be going to Hamburg in a moment. Embraer 175. EasyJet behind it. A330neo. And the first A350 of the show also coming this way. Nice pipeline of goodies. And that's Donald and Daisy. Next up to depart to London Gatwick is EasyJet flight 28675. It's an A319, 16 years old. First flight was in February 2008. More A330s underway. BA Airbus. Now Delta Airlines flight 57 to Salt Lake City. A330neo, 1 year old still. First flight was in September 2022. See that Austrian Wolf also is popping in his head in the chat. Morning mate, servus. Hope all is well. Righty, A350, Delta Airlines, flight 73, going to Atlanta, Georgia. 3-year-old airplane, first flight June 2020. 3 years old, this airplane. Its first flight was in June 2020. Now, what's this I see? More A330s. And what's that, an A220? Little light snack in between the heavyweights. This A321 going to London Gatwick, BA flight 2541. 19 years old, this one. First flight November 2004. Now, if you've been liking what you've been seeing so far, don't forget to drop a like if you haven't. Really helps to spread this content to more aviation enthusiasts such as yourselves who might also be interested in live streams such as these. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell icon to stay updated of upcoming live streams. Very slowly but surely things are getting a bit lighter here. Still not full-blown sunshine, but definitely an improvement since the beginning of the stream. Delta Airlines Flight 47 up next, A330-300 going to New York JFK, 8 years old, first flight October 2015. Hey, Mr. Cole also in the chat. Greetings, mate. Hope all is well. Long time no see. Another Delta A330 spooling up, going to Detroit, Michigan. Flight 133 going to Detroit, Michigan, 19 years old, first flight October 2004. Gear is retracting. Right. Nice triplet of airplanes 747 in the background, approaching center. A220 lined up. And an A350 that some say has a grumpy face. Air France flight 1341, Bombardier C-Series 300 A220s, as they're called these days, outbound to Paris Charles de Gaulle. A 1-year-old airplane, first flight October 2022. Oh, the lads from LV and all are at the box. Are they there to tear it down? That would be something. LVNL, Dutch Air Traffic Control. LV, luchtverkeersleiding, air traffic control, NL, Netherlands, Nederland. Oh, wrong button, tried to zoom out. Stupid gloves. Wish I could do without them. Still a bit of blue, a bit more dark over there, also bits of blue over there. That 747 just landed on center. Time for the A350 to Taipei, China Airlines flight 74, 6 years old, this A350-900. Very unwise to leave the keys in the door. Somebody might steal them. Now the next airplane has to wait for the wake turbulence of the previous airplane to dissipate, and then it is going to depart to Madrid. Air Europa today, not with a Dreamliner but with a regular 737-800, flight 1098. 7-year-old airplane, first flight July 2016. Now mate, thank you for your super chat, Alvin. Another $22 super chat. Really, you don't have to do that, mate. You're doing more than enough as a moderator. Stop it, stop it. But seriously, cheers, mate. But absolutely not necessary. Up, up and away. Right. Alvin, don't you think about it. Don't you dare. American Airlines Flight 203 outbound to Philadelphia. 7878 Dreamliner. 8 years old. Now, Boeing is an American company, but in case you didn't know, they put it on the airplanes, American. The airplane is American. Just so you know. Let there be no doubt about where this airplane is coming from. It is American. This duck though, very Dutch. Dutch duck. Donald the Dutch duck. Now both the Air Baltic A220 and the Delta A330 are going to take off from the runway threshold. Which gives me a quick moment to go over to the laptop and highlight a very generous super chat from Raven Rock, who writes, "I love watching planes. Thank you for streaming this." Thank you so much for your super chat and very generous support there, Raven. I'm glad that you like it. If something isn't to your liking, also do let me know. But I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying it. And I hope that goes for everybody. More Delta auditory violence. This has been Delta Airlines Flight 135 to Detroit, Michigan. 20 years old, first flight March 2004. More blue to the east, more wind from the north it seems like. Up next, Air Baltic to Vilnius, another A220 Bombardier C Series 300, flight 962, 5-year-old airplane, first flight May 2018. So we still have wind blowing from the north-northeast, as has been the case all the while. Low double-digit knots, 11 or so I think, last time we checked the meter. Could do for another update if we have the time for it. Right now still all in outbound traffic departing from this runway. So the pipeline constantly filling up with new airplanes. Including the very quiet Air Baltic. Right. Airplanes coming from two sides. The first one is already taking off. No time to waste. SAS A320neo going to Stockholm, flight 556. There's the next line cutter. EasyJet so far has had the monopoly on cutting in line. Another airplane going to London Stansted this time, A320neo, flight 27839, 4 years old already. Another A330 from KLM this time around, also coming this way. We have a 737 lined up, going to Stockholm in a moment. Boeing 737-800. Now, Alvin, what did I say about super chats around the A220? Mate, you really shouldn't have. And Evelyn is asking if I'll stay for the Aurora 757, but that's already after 2 o'clock. I think that is going to be too late for me, sadly. KLM flight 1219, 16 years old, first flight February 2008. I hope we're done with the A220s now, because Alvin is unstoppable. Thank you so much again, mate. But please, you are doing more than enough as it is as a moderator. Anybody, feel free to super chat, but moderators are doing more than enough to support the channel by moderating, as far as I'm concerned. Well, no time to waste. Embraer 175 to JD's hometown of Düsseldorf. Well, JD now in Thailand, but normally speaking, now, this flight is so short, it's not going to climb to 30 or so thousand feet. In fact, when it has reached its top of climb, they will have to start preparing for the descent already. KLM flight 1799, 6 years old, this airplane, first flight May 2017. You can already see it starting its descent almost. That's how close by Düsseldorf is actually. Alrighty, next up, Delta, I was about to say Delta A330 because I'm so used to it, but this is a KLM, a blue Delta. Delta flight 537, A330-200 going to Kigali. 18 years old. First flight, April 2006. Also a warm welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge Raven, who just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Thank you for choosing AMS Live. Now Raven, make sure you make good use of those custom emojis that you now have at your disposal, such as the blue crown from Delta Airlines that you could see on the tail earlier. Now just the big Wi-Fi hump that they did not paint blue but left white, like a wart. Now, big picture overview. To the north, this is what it looks like. This is where the wind approximately is blowing from. Let's also have a look at the wind on the scale of chimney smoke. This is what it looks like. Wind has increased a little bit. It has picked up. Still not as much as yesterday. Bits of open sky east of me. Also bits of blue west of me, though not as many. I think even a bit more of shower formation looking to the south of me. This is looking to the south. Definitely darker skies over there. Our next airplane will be taking off from the runway threshold. It is a TUI Dreamliner. I see that Tiger and Yorkshire have also returned to the chat. Good morning to you both. Is it still morning? Yeah, still morning. And a very good morning to all others who have joined in the meantime. While we have a few moments, let's also do an update of the weather situation. I'm curious what the METAR currently looks like. Well, begin with, we are standing over here, Polderbaan. And that is still the only runway being used for arrivals. The other two north-south oriented runways are being used for arrivals. Did I say arrivals? I mean departures for Polderbaan, of course. We have wind that is blowing from the northeast on average, but varying between north and east. Has decreased to 4 knots or to below 4. Air temperature is 8 degrees Celsius, roughly 46 degrees Fahrenheit. No hindrance in visibility, no ceiling, few clouds at 2,200 feet and at 3,700 feet. Towering cumulus clouds, high pressure 1,026 hectopascals. And TUI spooling up, going to Montego Bay, flight 511. And this 7878 Dreamliner is 9 years old, had its first flight in November of the year 2014. Helicopter Kestrel, also back, albeit a bit further to the north. Wow, dare I say it, it looks like the sun is trying to creep from behind the clouds. It is actually happening. Hello. And another TUI Dreamliner is coming. flight 377 to Curaçao, Willemstad. And a 787-10 that is in the background. Going to Toronto. Wind once again picking up. Now, as you can see, departures now also once again from center. I was already crouched behind the laptop to paste the METAR into the ticker so we can change runway usage right in one go. 36 center once again, also used for departures. 36 right, the only runway for arrivals. This TUI Dreamliner, also 9 years old, PHTFJ. First flight was in January 2015. It is turning and burning, although not very high paced. Fast paced. Fast pacedly? Huh. It almost looks like the sun is shining on the airplane. It's not yet the case, but it might not take that long anymore. Sun over there, bits of blue over there, and it does look like the wind is blowing the blue towards the sun. Meanwhile, Turkish, triple, no, A330. Probably to Istanbul. KLM flight 691 in the meantime having lined up, ready to go. 787-10 Dreamliner to Toronto, Canada. Alrighty, where's the next airplane? Well, unlucky us. Yesterday we got lucky and we saw this airplane take off from Polderbaan. Now we have to see it from a distance. Singapore Airlines Flight 323 to Singapore, the A359. 7 years old, first flight December 2016. Well, if the wind keeps picking up like it has been in recent minutes, I might have to engage image stabilizer. Although I think it is still manageable by the looks of it. The reduced surface area certainly seems to be helping. With the mic no longer attached to the camera, surface area is a bit reduced, and I think we'll have to wait a few moments for our next outbound traffic because the bird control van is on the runway with the lights on, doing an inspection by the looks of it. Making Helicopter Kestrel sounds. I'm surprised that Helicopter Kestrel doesn't come flying towards the bird control vehicle when it makes that sound. Now. In the meantime, departures from center continue to take place. This is number 190 to Genoa. Wind is picking up. Oh, almost tripping over my utility card. Trying to set something straight. Oh yeah, the wind is picking up. Right, Delta Airlines to Boston is moving and it is coming to this runway by the looks of it. And an A320neo from EasyJet to Venice is approaching the threshold of the center runway. It's all going rather slowly. Always the downside of departures. Moments where things are really slow. Hey, it's the Dash 8 Coast Guard. Dash 8 100. It's going to land on runway 27. I'm inclined to think it is going to land on runway 27. Interesting. Or is it? Am I just imagining things? Yeah, that's landing on runway 27. No doubt. Well, something you don't see every day. Landings from west to east on runway 27. I think that's a first. Now, welcome to opposite land. In the morning, when the stream began, looking in this direction, it was dark and gloomy. And turning to the southwest and west, it looked nice. Now, looking behind that roof, it does look more dark. Definitely a shower now west of me. Such is life in the Netherlands. Beautiful skies again with the clouds over here, has to be said. That's the silver lining of living in the country with the most rain, or at least that's what it has felt like last 6 months. And the A320neo from center has taken off. The A330 to Boston is slowly but surely coming this way. The Delta A330 should be approaching. Now there's also going to be a departure of an A330 from KLM to Mumbai from center. That A330 is now lining up, and there's our A330 to Boston. For the first time since we've been live here today, the sun now actually shining here from behind the clouds, and that's a fully fledged shadow of yours truly. Right, as the A330 to Boston is coming shortly, now we're not going to see it, no sooner have I said it, and there it is, the A330 from KLM to Mumbai. Thought maybe I could pick it up a bit earlier from further to the right, but trees etc. are in the way. Telescope mode disengaged. Right, there's also a 777-300 to Dubai from Emirates that is taxiing to center, sadly. Let's see. Are we going to see any more traffic? Or is this going to be the only airplane? Right, well, this is Delta Airlines flight 243, which will be going to Boston, Massachusetts once it has lined up and has been given clearance to take off. Obviously an A330-300, rather older, 20 years already. First flight October 2003. Lufthansa A319 just took off from center. And H1 bird control van just passed by. Right, game time. Right, seems that all traffic now is going to the center runway, which is a pity, just as it is starting to get a bit better in terms of sunshine over here. We're caught at the wrong runway. It is still open though, but everything I'm seeing now, well, there is an Embraer 190 to London City that is coming this way. Almost everything is taking off from center at the moment, including Croatia Airlines to Zagreb, A319. Right, there is a 777 that is going to go to Shanghai. That has been pushed back. That is very likely going to be a candidate to depart from this runway. Although I'm not sure how long we might have to wait for it. Oh, is that over there? Just trying to see if we can see the approaching airplanes already further to the right. I don't think that we can because we just got bypassed by this A319. Right, BA to London Heathrow also seems to be on the move over here. Still pretty far and away from here. Definitely hearing something heavy spool up. That would be Emirates Flight 146 to Dubai, the 777-300ER. 9 years old. We should catch it in a moment. First flight September 2014. There it is. And this one is in the ribbon tail. Nice. Matching the emojis that our members have access to. Oh man, it is another boring session, or at least that's what it ended up with. Now let's see. The Embraer 190 over here. Dreamliner to Cape Town, taking off from center. (7879) Dreamliner, KLM Flight 597. This is BA Flight 8452 going to London City in a moment. Embraer 190. And is it going to go to the runway threshold? I think it is. Yeah, it's continuing. (14 years old. First flight January 2010. Another BA A320 to London Heathrow is on the move. 737 to Bergen. Also coming this way. And an airplane landing on 36 right, or about to land, I should say. quite high in the sky already. Very light, not a lot of fuel required. Wondering if that was Russell. Hard to see from over here. Maybe you guys were able to see it better than I did. More BA underway, going to London Heathrow. This A320 BA flight 431. Also continuing to the runway threshold, 22 years old, first flight April 2002. Ah no. ITA also taken off from the wrong runway. Sad to see the Neo go from the wrong runway, but such is life over here at Schiphol Airport. Let's see. Don't know where the 777 to Shanghai is going to, but it's definitely not coming this way yet. Alrighty. Looks like another departure from the threshold. This is KLM flight 1167 going to Bergen, 737-700. The PHBGI, 14 years old, first flight January 2010. We'll be having another departure to Inverness after this one, Embraer 190 that has just come around the corner to the Polderbaan. Okay, now the 777 to Shanghai seems to be coming back this way. Has to go around the runway still closed for maintenance, 0624. Which is interesting because that should be finished on the 25th. So later this week, if all is well at least, Kaapbaan should reopen again. I haven't been in the vicinity, so I haven't seen with my own eyes how far they've progressed, but wouldn't be surprised if it got delayed a little bit. Then again, hopefully it doesn't get delayed. So many construction projects in the Netherlands do get delayed already. Right, well. So far only a handful of line cutters. I think all of them have been EasyJet. Now, a couple of more heavies with destinations lying to the west of the Netherlands have been pushed back. That is good news. It means they should be taking off from this runway once they do. United Flight 947 to Washington, Dreamliner, JetBlue, A321neo has been pushed back. There was another one just now, but it vanished. Anyway, this is KLM Flight 903 going to Inverness, Embraer 190, 10 years old, first flight January 2014. Let's go, we're ready. Chop chop, come on. When you're ready. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What you waiting for? Looking behind me, not seeing anybody on the runway. No inspections or anything in progress. Maybe ATC was out for lunch. Oh shit, yeah, you're cleared to take off. Okay, cheers. Let's go. So yeah, big picture wise, looking to the north, this is what it looks like. There are definitely some openings now. Also here, the sun is still shining as we speak. However, looking to the northeast, a bit darker. To the east, more land inward also, same picture. Interestingly, also, particularly to the southwest, definitely a shower has been forming there. Not as cheerful as it was yesterday, but I think we have to count our blessings for having had a dry stream thus far. In the meantime, the next departing airplane ready to line up. Another Embraer 190, another KLM, another flight number starting with a 9. It is going to Aberdeen, flight 915. And this one is turning and burning. 14 years old, first flight March 2010. Alrighty. Looks like our Chinese triple is coming this way. Looking forward to its arrival. Just curious, can we see it through the trees? I think you'd be able to see something. Maybe a tail or anything. Yeah, well, not yet. In the meantime, KLM flight 1903 lined up on runway center, destination Vienna in Austria. Will probably appear in the background before the Chinese triple will. Dreamliner to Washington also on the move. Sadly, also the triple to Jakarta, or at least I saw it just now and now no more. Garuda, Indonesia. Triple seemed to be on the move. Yeah, it really was on the move. Then it was on the move to the center runway most likely. KLM on its way to Vienna in Austria. Patiently waiting for the Chinese triple to show itself. Shouldn't be long. China Southern Cargo, flight 496. Approaching now from the right. Going to Shanghai once it has arrived over here. 777 freighter, 15 years old, first flight March 2009. As I'm taking a sip of water, I also see Helicopter Kestrel. Hovering perfectly still. Once again, hands are off the camera. Taking a sip of water. Doesn't even have to flap its wings on occasion. Can just use the wind to stay stationary. Now, I think that is it, isn't it? Yeah, it certainly is. Giving me the chance to use a little bit, moderate bit of digital zoom. Hands are off the camera again. It is hovering perfectly still. Its body is moving, but its head is perfectly still, as you can see. Magnificent. More hunting. Still no mice to transport. Excellent. Well, in the meantime, the mic might pick up some sound of the approaching triple, finally. But there it is. Now in its wake is an E2 Embraer that is going to fly to Oslo. Probably is going to skip the line. Or has the triple such a big lead that it is going to take off first of the two. We will find out soon enough. Now I'm still wearing heated gloves and hand warmer. The heat distortion already quite fierce these days, even though the air temperature is not that hot. The camera really picks up the heat distortion quite well, and we have our answer. Nice facial of the E2 Embraer KLM flight 1201 to Oslo. Skipping the line, the PHNXI, 2 years old, first flight February 2022. The lights are on. And you can see through those see-through engines quite nicely. Nice shiny airplane. The money shot this is. Hello there, Captain. Bon voyage, chaps. Wow, the sun is out and immediately you can see just how much more distortion there is. Or was that, well, maybe it was also, maybe I also went a little overboard with the digital zoom. Now another shower in the vicinity, definitely visible. You can see the screen of rain falling from the cloud. It's not white, which means no wintry precipitation. And it's nicely on the east side once again. Nice to see from the side, not to be under. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, our next airplane will be going to Shanghai, China. China Southern Cargo, flight 496, 777 freighter, 15 years old, first flight March 2009. Let's listen to Opus 90 by General Electric. Dirty flaps, yucky bah, dirty, dirty, dirty girl. Alrighty. Now, has the French fries van arrived, or is that just a regular van? That's just a regular van. I think visitors to the parking are in bad luck. Yesterday there was the French fries truck, the ice cream truck. Now just trucks, trucks. I'm happy to report that more heavies are on their way over here, already in visual range. As you can see, a Dreamliner and an A330 Neo. Yeah, A330 Neo. The third airplane has just come around the corner in the background, going to Edinburgh. 737-800. Now I'm not expecting these two heavies to take off from the cheaters entrance, but it would be nice. Well, there's one no, one rejection. What's wrong with our entrance to the runway? Why is everybody passing up on it? Now, doesn't that Neo look shiny? Don't know if that's the lighting or if it is brand new. Let me press on the label, have a look. 3 years old, okay, well, it went through the car wash then, probably. Will it then skip the line in front of the United? The answer is no. It's just going to follow suit and take off from the threshold. Alrighty, United Airlines Flight 947, 7878 Dreamliner outbound to Washington, D.C. The airplane is 10 years old. Its first flight was in July 2013. Now, if you've been enjoying the content so far, but you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like to spread this content to more aviation enthusiasts such as yourselves. That definitely sounded derated. I'm not sure if it was, but here I'm used to the higher pitches of the Neos, the A320 Neos. Meanwhile, we are missing out on Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines, Garuda Indonesia, apologies. In their normal livery outbound to Jakarta from the wrong runway. Why? That livery, the standard livery is a much rarer sight here at Schiphol Airport than their retro livery is. Anyway, let's hope this is going to be a loud one. Delta Airlines Flight 49, A330 Neo going to New York, JFK, 3 years old. The first flight of this airplane was in April 2021. bits of blue, no contrails. We're getting a bit contrail deprived over here. Last couple of streams, not any contrails visible. Now, other types of stripes are these rain stripes. Lovely to see. You can see that there's precipitation falling, and it really isn't that far away. But once again, not in the danger zone here. Instead, we have a front row seat looking at it from the side. Now, only 2 airplanes at the moment over here, JetBlue. But first, KLM Flight 927 to Edinburgh. Subbra, Edinburgh. Now, in the meantime, JetBlue to Boston, Massachusetts. Flight 632, brand new airplane, less than a year old. In fact, this airplane began flying in September 2023. Rolled off the belt, the conveyor belt in the production facility 2 months before the first A321neo of Transavia. Right. In the meantime, an Embraer 190 from German Airways is coming this way. Now, we missed Choc-y yesterday, but today we began the stream with Choc-y. So at least we did get our chocolate fix today. Here is its bland sibling, KLM Flight 1285, going to Aalborg. 16 years old, first flight January 2008. Embraer 175 to Glasgow. Play United 777 to Houston. Right. Well, the A350 to Hong Kong undoubtedly will be taking off from the wrong runway. They will probably revert back to Polderbaan, the only runway for outbound traffic, around 1 o'clock. Express to Madrid. No, that's going to center. Well, I think once the triple to Houston has taken off, I am also going to end the stream. I think that would be a nice airplane for our final airplane. Don't see anything that is interesting immediately after it. And if I am understanding after Dieter's message correctly, Daniel was asking about the King's license. Well, I don't know for sure because I'm not a royalty watcher by any means. But I do believe that he trained for the 737 that is now the PHGOV, the successor of the PHKBX, and I think he got type rated for the 737, and if he did, then obviously to stay current he has to he has the same obligations as any pilot to stay current for your type rating, an X number of flying hours and landings and departures per year. So undoubtedly that if he got type rated for the 737 and wants to stay flying, he has to stay current. And last time I checked, he was still actively flying, so he probably is doing the things necessary to stay current on his type rating. But I am not completely sure by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not exactly a royalty watcher. Now, the shower is passing by. Second shower that has passed east of us. Front row seat. Wish I could zoom out more than this, but this is already maximally zoomed out. But it is nice to see. And immediately in the vicinity beside it, you can see just blue sky. And behind it as well. Now, also looks a bit darker up ahead, but that is not coming our way. I think this is approximately where you need to look in the distance to see what is coming to where I am standing. As indicated by the wind indicator in the form of chimney smoke. Now, ladies and gentlemen, members, dust off your emoji. It is that time again. Red alert, red alert. It is playtime. The TFPPF. PPF. TFPPF. It's getting chased by a Delta A350. Oh wait, no, that's just wishful thinking. Didn't we see this one before, the Fezzo? I think we have. I think it's returned and is making its second appearance in this stream. Also our last airplane for today. The United triple, unless the A350-1000 is coming to this runway to take off. That is a worthy last airplane. Right, going back to Reykjavik in a moment. Play flight 461 A320neo. The airplane is a year old. First flight March 2023. Nice. And Evelyn is informing us what I already was afraid of, that the A350 is going to take off from center. Well, in that case, this is the penultimate airplane for today, with the last airplane now in the background, lining up behind it. The Vezo! Off to Gothenburg, Embraer 190, KLM flight 1233. 14 years old, first flight March 2010. Russell, we saw you there. You can try to hide, but we know you're there. Don't be a dickhead, mate. Typical Russell Crowe. Anyway, last airplane of the day. United Airlines flight 21, 777-200, going to Houston, Texas. 23 years old, first flight April 2000. United we stand, but not this airplane. It is airborne and lit by the sun, that is. Right, that was it for me for today. Thank you all so much for joining me here. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. Hopefully more sunshine next time round, less wind, better weather, time for summer. Anyway, if weather will allow me to, I will see you again on Thursday hopefully. For now I'm going to say goodbye, enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for joining, thanks for your support, for becoming a member or for gifted memberships. Copious amounts of A220 related super chats and super stickers that were totally unnecessary. Thank you, Alvin. Also, a big thank you to all the moderators for once again keeping the chat friendly and accessible. You guys rock. This channel is nothing without you guys. If you like what you saw but you haven't already, don't forget to drop another like. It really helps to spread this content to other people who might also be interested in streams like these. And also, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to stay informed of upcoming live streams. Hope to see you on Thursday, weather permitting. If not, then later during the end of the week. For now, enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon. Be safe. Take care.